When Amr invited me to give a speech today, I honestly warned him and gave him a chance to reconsider his decision. Why do you think I warned him and I implicitly asked him to choose another guest? Well, it's because it's my first time, and I was honest with Amr about this. You know what? He was kind enough to not change his mind, so I really have to thank him for offering me this opportunity of learning and enabling me to acquire new mental tools to help me master the art of something that I've never done before, which is public speaking. Yes, I was a panelist a few times ago, a guest speaker once in a podcast for the first time last month, but this is my first time to give a public speech at an event, or to stand on a podium like this on. And you know what? Even though I was so stressed about it, thank God I'm thrilled and honored to be here with you today, since I do believe that the first time of anything is always an opportunity for growth and evolution. So thank you, Amr, for your lovely invite and for enabling me to give a speech for the first time in my life. Okay, have you ever thought about how much time we spend learning? From childhood through adulthood, we are constantly absorbing information. But what if I told you that we won't reach your full potential or benefit from any information without having the most crucial skill in life, which is learning how to learn? This essential skill can change the way you approach education and personal development massively, in an utterly positive way. By understanding how we learn, we can enhance our potential, retain information better, and become lifelong learners, since learning is an endless process. As Socrates says, the only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing. As a matter of fact, mastering the art of learning itself is such an influential tool that enables any individual to reach his or her full potential and to thrive continuously throughout the journey of life. As we all know, there are various learning styles like visual, auditory, or kinesthetic learning styles, or even learning by trial and error style of learning, which is my favorite one, by the way. And even though there is a debate about the efficacy of each one of them, what's important here is recognizing that individuals have preferences and that we are all different, and thus we have to value and cherish the individuality of people. To elaborate, we can't deny the fact that emotions significantly influence how we learn. And this is a dominant fact for a lot of people. I believe most of them. In other words, positive emotions can enhance retention, while stress can hinder it. Engaging with content emotionally can lead to better understanding and recall. So to illustrate, if I take myself as an example today, I'm the emotional person that learns more by trial and error. So if I'm happy with my first speech today, I'll try to apply the same strategies I adopted. However, if I'm not, well, let's not speak about this now, okay, later. Accordingly, I do believe that acknowledging the power of learning through execution and trial and error is my main intellectual skill and my most important quality as a passionate visionary angel investor, investing in promising startups and brilliant entrepreneurs. And that's why I'm tackling today this fundamental, yet often overlooked principle of learning, which is the power of execution and the invaluable lessons you can learn from trial and error. In a world that often emphasizes perfectionism, let's not forget that some of the most profound insights and skills are forged in the crucible of experience, and that's why I do believe that failures and mistakes are blessings and opportunities in disguise that we should be always grateful to God for. From childhood, we're taught to be cautious, we're encouraged to avoid mistakes, to play it safe, and to seek out the most efficient path to success. But what if I told you that true mastery and innovation are often born from the very mistakes we fear? What if our failures are not the end of our journey, but the stepping stones toward greater understanding and accomplishment? Please try to consider this. The greatest innovators, scientists, and leaders in history have all faced setbacks. Thomas Edison famously said, "I have not failed, I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." His relentless experimentation with the electric light bulb was not a straight path to success, but a winding road filled with missteps. Yet, each failure brought him closer to the solution, teaching him invaluable lessons along the way. And because I learned how to learn, and I went through a journey of self-awareness and discovering my capabilities, I was delighted, and I realized that I learned best through execution and taking risks. In other words, I learned much better through trial and error. Learning through execution means embracing action. It means stepping into the unknown, armed with curiosity and the willingness to adapt. Every time we take actions, we gather data and real-world feedback that no textbook can provide. This feedback is what allows us to refine our approach and to pivot when necessary and to innovate in ways we never thought possible. Trial and error cultivates resilience, a trio that is essential in any endeavor. When we encounter obstacles, we have a choice. We can either be discouraged or we can choose to learn. Each error provides a lesson. Each setback is an opportunity for growth. The more we experiment, the more we understand our own limitations and the vast potential that lies beyond them. Even though the most appealing investments to me are in AI, honestly, I always say I invest in the most affluent and the most precious asset created by God, which is human intelligence that creates artificial intelligence. I invest in the intellectual capabilities of entrepreneurs, which is marked by complex cognitive peace and high levels of motivation and self-awareness that leads to the development and prosperity of nations. I invest in the human willpower and the entrepreneur's capabilities of innovation and creativity. I'm always interested in conceiving, incubating, and cultivating innovative and sustainable startups in various industries with a focus on AI. Offering my teams a strategic mindset and an empowering entrepreneurial spirit in addition to capital. And that's why I always say I invest in the most invaluable and abundant resources, which are human intelligence, human willpower, and self-awareness. For me, every new investment I make is a precious opportunity and a new journey of learning and evolving as an individual, and equally as an angel investor, who's an entrepreneur at heart and who thrives in environments where brilliant entrepreneurs are empowered and innovation is fostered. And that's why I decided to start angel investment in Egypt after moving back from London. When I settled in Egypt after COVID, I was looking for a new venture with an innovative, unprecedented idea that wasn't executed before, which is actually the opposite of what most VCs do. They always look for a precedent as a reference of success, while I look for new innovative ideas and ventures, and I believe that this is what sets me apart in my profession, thank God. Consequently, my first investment in Egypt was in Impactyn, the first global video review app. Yes, Impactyn is a global app utilizing the power of the word of mouth, enabling users to use and review anything they want in a video and being rewarded in cash or credit, whether the video review is positive or negative. And as a result, a win-win situation is created where the impactors or the reviewers benefit from the honest word of mouth, and on the other hand, business owners can benefit from the data, analysis, and the content that we offer to them. And thus, they can sort out any issues, improve the quality of their product or service, and avoid any setback in their business journey. In fact, Impactyn for me is the big dream. That's enabling me to create my own legacy as a prominent, unique angel investor with a vision like no other. It's our opportunity as the founding team to make history under the leadership of Mohammed Wahid, the founder of Impactyn, and one of the most brilliant entrepreneurs in the MENA region and the first entrepreneur I invested in Egypt. Not only are we making a big success story, we're making history, creating the first global app originating from Egypt and the MENA region, an app that all Egyptians and Arabs will always be super proud of. It's a big dream that we all believed in, and it's turning into reality now, alhamdulillah, thanks God. Isn't it the time for a global app to be developed by Egyptians and Arabs? Isn't it the time for us to be pioneering in a new, unprecedented venture? Isn't it the time to leave an impact on the world as Egyptians and Arabs in the modern history, as our ancestors did? It's definitely the time, and our app Impactyn, the first major viewing app worldwide, is just a representation of all Egyptians and Arabs' ambition, aspirations, willingness to change the narrative of history, and our hope for a better future. We are Impactyn team. We are dreamers with a unique vision and impeccable capability of achieving our dream and building our legacy. And I promise you, when all Egyptians and Arabs download the Impactyn and use it, they'll feel so proud and they realize that nothing is impossible. When they watch Impactyn as the big dream coming true for all of us as Egyptians and Arabs, they will all perceive Impactyn or any other innovative venture as the beginning of a new era of fostering creativity and innovation in Egypt, the Arab world and the MENA region as well. So my final words here are a precious piece of advice to all of you. Nothing is impossible. Yes, nothing is impossible because of you. You are what makes things possible. Believing in yourself will always set you free from the imaginary impossibilities that the world throws you. Always remember that genuine hard work, determination, and perseverance pay off eventually. Strive to not put yourself in conceptual boxes assigned to you by your community or society. Don't let anybody tell you who you are. Don't let anybody take away your spark. Unleash the boldness fighter and the free spirit inside. Exploit all the capabilities and always know that the best weapons we have are your mental capabilities, your willpower, and your time on earth. So please try to use them wisely as much as you can. Anything is possible, and that's the truth. Believe me, I am not saying cliche words. I'm saying this out of my own personal experience. So please keep believing in yourself and always have profound faith in God. And know by heart that He's capable of anything. And that's why I always say, and I do believe, nothing is impossible. Thank you so much.